How to care for hens. People would think that raising chicken is very easy, but the truth is totally different from that, because in order to breed some chicken in your backyard, there are some information that you need to know, and there are some steps that you need to do in order to be able to breed them and get a good amount of meat and eggs from them. Before you start, you should learn to care for your hens. The process starts with determining the needed amount of space inside the coop. This is possible when you know what the strains that you will breed are and how many chicken you will get. Always make sure that the chicken coop has an extra space for future expansions, or you will need to dismantle it and reconstruct it once more in a new place or in a new direction. After deciding which strains you will get and what the amount is, you can start building your chicken coop and put your hens in it. Before you enter the hens, you need to make sure that the floor of the coop is covered with soft bedding made of wood shavings or straw. These two materials can help keep the chickens warm and also protect the eggs from falling on the ground. After putting the bedding, the coop will be ready to receive your chickens, and you should allow them an hour or two inside the coop, then check the whole coop. It is very important to see that every part of the coop is connected tightly to the other parts and there is no loose parts or holes that predators can go inside from. It is very important to dig a little in the ground before installing the fence, as this is the only way to protect your hens from the predators that can dig through the ground. Try to choose the materials that you can afford, but do not go for the cheap stuff, because they will wear very quickly and you will need to replace them soon. That means that you will end up paying the double of the cheapest price. There are 3 important factors that you need to keep in your consideration when you are starting your hobby or project of hen breasting. First is the light. Lighting the coop in the morning is not necessary, but at night, you may need to keep the light on, as they need to eat and they want to eat with the lights off. If you are breeding hens for egg production, then you may need to invest in some nesting boxes, or your hens will start laying their eggs on the ground and most of it will be cracked before you collect it. You can use the wood shavings instead of the straw because they last longer and will provide more warmth to the hens in cold weather. Make sure that you are supplying your chicken with enough amount wood shaving as bedding inside the nesting houses and on the ground of the coop. Also, you should change this bedding periodically in order to make sure that the hens are enjoying dry and healthy bedding free of foul all the time. The third factor is the water, and it is a very important issue for hens because they get thirsty all the time. You should provide a source of clean water in the coop, an appropriate amount for all the chicken you are breeding. Make sure that this water is always clean and available for the chicks to drink from. Feeding your chicken is one of the things that you need to do on daily basis, and you should also choose the right type of feed for your chickens in order to yield the meat and eggs you need. Some people would take the easy way and feed their chickens with the dry food, but others would prefer to take the right turn and feed their chickens with green feed that yields better meat and better eggs. Green feed contains large amounts of water, so the hens want to feel thirsty all the time, and it also contains huge amount of nutrients that will keep your hens healthy all the time. You need to know all the essential information about your hens and how to care for them before you proceed with getting them into your backyard. Check below or above to get the link to access a free 54-page ebook, Building a Chicken Coop.